A defiant Donald Trump tonight in New Hampshire.
I understand everybody loves what I'm doing in terms of the border because we have to stop the illegals from coming in.
Standing by controversial remarks he made at his campaign launch 2 weeks ago when he said this.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Insulting Mexican immigrants.
They're sending people that have lots of problems. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
And sparking a firestorm.
Where did he come up with those kinds of sayings? It's ridiculous.
At one point, an Univision executive even posts this photo on Instagram, comparing Trump to the Charleston shooter, an avowed white supremacist. The executive later deletes the post and apologizes. On June 25th, less than 10 days after Trump's initial remarks, Univision, the biggest Spanish-language channel in America, cuts its ties with the real estate mogul, nixing plans to air the Miss USA pageant, partly owned by Trump. The stars of that broadcast also backing out, one telling CNN in Espanol, he has to know that it's wrong. Univision also banning its employees from all Trump properties. The blunt Trump hits back.
Of course I have a signed contract. 5 years, they have to pay me almost $15 million.
And the tit for tat doesn't stop there.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
When popular Univision news anchor Jorge Ramos sends Trump a handwritten note asking for an interview, Trump responds by posting that note, along with Ramos's cell phone number. It's since been removed. On June 26th, Trump sends a letter to Univision president Randy Falco barring the company's employees from using his Miami golf course. By Monday, NBC Universal, facing mounting pressure to dump the brash billionaire, including in an online petition on change.org, does just that. Trump's response?
I'll be suing Univision. Maybe I'll be suing NBC too.
True to his word, Trump files a $500 million lawsuit against Univision today, citing breach of contract.
My first thing is Univision. And let's see how they respond to a $500 million, very good lawsuit. It's a very good lawsuit. And let's see who comes next.
Also today, Mexico declares it's withdrawing from the Miss Universe pageant, also partly owned by Trump, citing his racist comments. And the Miss USA pageant's American hosts announce they're bowing out. Meanwhile, another petition is calling on Macy's department store to sever its ties with Trump and stop selling his clothing and fragrances. So far, none of this is hurting the Donald. He's rising in the polls, behind only Jeb Bush, whose wife is Mexican. Asked over the weekend about Trump's comments, the former Florida governor said,
I think he's wrong, and I don't agree with him. Pretty simple.
But fellow candidate Ted Cruz is coming to Trump's defense, saying today on Fox,
I think he speaks the truth.
The Twitter-happy Trump tweeting his thanks, but only after suggesting it's time for a fight with Mexico. And as for that $500 million lawsuit, here's part of what Univision had to say about it. They called Trump's complaint both factually false and legally ridiculous, and they vowed to vigorously defend the case.